آله وأصحابه أجمعين وبعد. Alhamdulillah, continuing on our series of deeds that delete, talking about sins that remove our good deeds. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: من كانت عنده مظلمة لأخيه فليتحلله منها فإنه ليس ثم دينار ولا درهم من قبل أن يؤخذ لأخيه من حسناته فإن لم يكن له حسنات أخذ من سيئات أخيه فطرحت عليه. أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he mentioned that whoever has wronged his brother, meaning he has a right that is owed to somebody else, or he has violated the rights of somebody else and now he owes him or her something. Whoever has wronged his brother should ask for his pardon before his death, for in the hereafter there will be no dinar, no dirham, meaning you're not going to be able to compensate each other on the day of judgment. He should pardon and he should secure his pardon in this life before some of his good deeds are taken and paid to his brother, or if he has done no good deeds and some of the bad deeds of his brother are taken to be loaded onto him in the hereafter. And specifically, so this is general with any wrong that you have against somebody else. But specifically, one of the major wrongs that has been highlighted in the Quran is backbiting, is ghiba, which is ذِكْرُكَ أَخَاكَ بِمَا يَكْرَهُ, that you would mention something about your brother or sister in Islam, that which they would not like for you to mention. And in another narration, it is the Prophet ﷺ was even asked, what if what we're saying is true? And he said, if what you're saying is true, that it's ghiba, meaning this is exactly what we're talking about. If it's false, then it's buhtan, it's worse, because now you're lying and slandering against somebody else. But ghiba has specifically been highlighted in the Quran. Allah Azza wa Jal talks about how this is like eating the flesh of your dead brother. And if you just focus on those words for a second, eating the flesh of your dead brother, someone you know, right? It's a little bit less. I guess you could say in your mind, the picture is a little bit less concerning if it's someone you don't know. But Allah Azza wa Jal paints the picture as eating the flesh of someone you know, someone that a family member even, right? If it's your direct brother. But that's how disgusting of a picture Allah Azza wa Jal paints of talking about people behind their backs. And any wrong that you have against somebody, if you don't give them their right in this dunya, then you'll have to pay for it in the akhirah. And there's no money, there's no gold, there's no silver in the akhirah. The currency there is going to be your deeds. And so if you owe someone something, your good deeds will be taken and given to that person. If you no longer have any good deeds left, then that person's sins will be taken and offloaded onto you. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he said, إِنَّ الْعَبْدَ لَيَأْتِي يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ بِحَسَنَاتِ أَمْثَالِ الْجِبَالِ فَيَجِدُ لِسَانَهُ قَدْ هَدَمَهَا عَلَيْهِ كُلَّهَا. That a person will come on the day of resurrection with mountains of good deeds, but will find that his tongue is the one that has destroyed that mountain. That tongue is the one that has destroyed that mountain. And the Prophet ﷺ said, أَكْثَرُ خَطَايَا ابْنِ آدَمْ فِي لِسَانِهِ, that the majority of the sins of the son of Adam are due to their tongue. It's the way they talk and what they choose to say. And so this is something, again, being mindful of. It is not worth, and if you ever find yourself in a gathering where people are talking about somebody behind their backs, it is not worth sitting in that gathering. It is not worth participating in that gathering when you know that the compensation that you will have to pay, if you don't correct that wrong in this life, is to pay with your own good deeds on Yawm al-Qiyamah, something that you don't want to risk. Allah Azza wa Jal mentions in the Quran, يَوْمَ يَفِرُّ الْمَرْءُ مِنْ أَخِيهِ وَأُمِّهِ وَأَبِيهِ وَصَاحِبَتِهِ وَبَنِيهِ. That is the day you'll be running away from your closest family members, right? So what is, you're going to be holding on to your deeds away from your mother, away from your father. Some of the scholars, they mentioned that if I was going to do riba against anyone, I would do it for my parents, because at least I would give them my deeds. If you're going to do riba against anyone, do it against them. At least you were giving your parents, you're doing something good for them, right? But again, it's not allowed. It's not something that is allowed. But this is the reality of what you're dealing with. You're dealing with sacrificing the things that you're working hard for your Jannah. And it's absolutely not worth it in any way, shape, or form. And again, the reason it's haram in the first place, it's because it's harmful socially. It's harmful socially. It creates animosity. It creates tension. It creates a breakdown of the brotherhood and sisterhood in Islam. And so we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to forgive and pardon us. And if you have a wrong, if you've done something wrong to someone, you also have to weigh it. One of the the things to mention here is that it's good to go and apologize to people that you have wronged in this matter. Unless, of course, it's going to create a much worse issue, then you can kind of weigh it. But it is good to go and apologize. You can do it in general. You can say, if I have ever done anything to wrong you, said anything to hurt you, I just want you to forgive me. We usually do this before we go for Umrah or Hajj, but we should go to the people that we've likely harmed in the first place and ask them for their forgiveness, so that we can have our bases covered. Inshallah, we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to take us on Yawm al-Qiyamah when we are free from these kinds of things. Jazakumullah khair wa salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. جزاك الله خير.